Start here. Welcome to the writer's journey. I create sacred spaces for people to experience their deepest selves through writing and community. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Laura Davis. Let me take a moment to introduce myself. I'm a 7-time best-selling author, truth teller, memoir writer, writing teacher, workshop leader, travel guide, and builder of safe, intimate communities for writers that meet in person, online, and in beautiful locations around the world. For the last 40 years, I've dedicated myself to writing books that inspire. I've helped thousands of writers find their voices, tell their stories, and discover the courage to express the real truth about their lives. I've taught them how to craft vivid, effective, compelling work. I am a midwife of stories. My writing workshops have helped people grieve, build resilience, navigate change, flourish as they age, celebrate food, study Balinese spirituality, write memoirs and novels, hike the Camino de Santiago, and much more. Building safe, sacred communities for people to express the truth is always at the core of my offerings. Right now, in this time of turmoil and deep uncertainty, sacred places for creativity, connection, and community are more essential than ever. Creating safe communities where people connect deeply with themselves, their stories, and each other is my superpower. It's what you'll experience as part of the writer's journey. Each week, all subscribers get short essays addressing the moment we're in, evocative poems paired with beautiful nature photos, writing prompts designed to reinforce resilience, connection, and gratitude. Paid subscribers also receive lessons about the craft of memoir and narrative writing, analysis of student work to showcase writing strategies that work, writing challenges to motivate and sharpen your skills, audio versions of posts. I'll guide you through each post with the intimacy of my voice, and the invitation to participate in lively community discussions. Make a commitment to beauty. Before I tell you a little more about me, I want to give you a moment to pause for beauty, because savoring beauty is an essential survival skill right now. Now, you'll have to go on the site to see this video, but this is a moon jelly I photographed at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. Take a few breaths as you watch this amazing creature. Beauty is not optional these days. It's oxygen for our tattered nervous systems. My unexpected career. My public life started 40 years ago when I began writing The Courage to Heal with Ellen Bass. I wrote my drafts on the first Mac 128 computer. Ellen wrote hers on an IBM Selectric, and when she needed to edit her work, she cut up the pages with a scissor and scotch-taped the edited paragraphs back together. Back then, I was a 28-year-old incest survivor, flooded with flashbacks, at war with my mother, estranged from most of my family, certain I would never survive the terrible pain of remembering my past. Thankfully, I was wrong about that. Healing was possible, even for me. What Ellen Bass and I set out to do was create a map of the healing process for sexual abuse survivors, something no one had done before us. Our book was audacious, radical, and life-changing for millions of women and men who benefited from its core messages. You are not alone. It wasn't your fault. You can heal and thrive. There is a way out of the pain, and here's how you get there. When The Courage to Heal was first published in 1988, I was 31 years old. I never expected it to become a runaway bestseller, but that's what happened. 6 months after its publication, The Courage to Heal was everywhere. This was long before the internet and social media, when going viral meant your book was being urgently whispered about, tattered copies passed from hand to hand. Suddenly, I found myself famous for the worst thing that had ever happened to me, my grandfather's abuse. Publishing the book cemented my estrangement from my family. Not only are you telling lies, now you're doing it on national TV. A rift that took decades to repair. In the years that followed, I wrote 3 more books about healing from child sexual abuse. But as I continued to heal myself, I eventually reached the point where I no longer wanted my life to revolve around being a public incest survivor. I wanted to live my life, not just recover from the trauma I had experienced in the past. So I stopped writing and speaking about sexual abuse, met my wife Karen, and together we built a family. We raised 3 kids, and I wrote books about other things that fascinated me: parenting, reconciliation, taking care of a parent with dementia who had betrayed me in the past. Throughout my parenting years, I was teaching, mentoring writers, and building intimate writing communities. And once our youngest child was old enough, I began inviting writers to join me on creative adventures around the world, because I love the person I become when I travel. Most of the year, I live with Karen and our yellow lab, Luna, in Santa Cruz, California, a 20-minute walk from the Pacific in one direction and a 20-minute drive to the redwood forest in the other. Our 3 grown children and 3 grandchildren are spread across 2 continents and 3 countries. Nature is my sacred place. It sustains me. I love hiking, cooking, cards, mahjong, evolving as a human being, my oldest friends, family, motion theater, and my newest passion, photography. I love finding just the right photo to go with my words. Thanks for joining me here at The Writer's Journey. I look forward to welcoming you to our community. In the spirit of healing, Laura. P.S. You could learn more about my books, classes, and retreats on my website, www.lauradavis.net. Here's what people are saying about me. Laura is gentle, kind, thoughtful, and rigorous. It's clear she's here for us to get the full benefit of what we signed up for. Gabriela Delgado Aptos, California. Stop. Mountainous in humanity, skill, depth, breadth. That's Laura. As soulful as she is grounded. Carolyn W., Oakland. Laura has immense gifts as a writer, as a teacher, and as a visionary. Linda Lapatino, Los Angeles. Laura is an angel on earth and a guide for the lost. Eliana Yoneda, Los Angeles. Laura is a magnificent midwife of stories. Nancy Kramer, Galt, California. Laura Davis is born to teach. Darcy Hansen, San Francisco. Laura is a mentor I can trust. Elaine Holloman. You bring healing, community, and love into the world. These gifts are accompanied by courage and grace in truth-telling without judgment, criticism, or blame. It is the nurture and care of the human heart that sets you apart from other writing teachers. You are not just teaching a writing class. Your pedagogy is transformative. Eileen Tejada, Ph.D., Professor of English and Anthropology, Napa Valley College. Now it's your turn to introduce yourself. Let me know in the comments how your heart is doing right now, what sustains you and brings you joy, and if you're a writer, what you like to write. I'd love to know how you found your way to my Substack and anything else you want to share by way of introduction. So feel free to go back to my written post and add a comment and let me know a little bit about you. Thank you so much for coming by, and I look forward to getting to know you in the weeks and months to come.